If you clicked on this video, it's because your life might be getting a little hectic and you're looking for a little motivation to get you through that chaos.
But you also realize motivation isn't everything. You realize that last time you've been motivated, it fell off, and motivation fails you in the busiest times.
But what I think people don't realize sometimes is when you get through that chaos and you're able to get through that busy season, whatever you learned in that moment has ripple effects on everything else in your life. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Welcome to the Exponential Life Podcast, where we help you build a life you desire, one system at a time. I'm Justin.
And I'm Andrea, and here we believe in the 5 pillars: faith, fitness, family, finance, and freedom. So let's go ahead and hop into it. One thing that we started with, since we're talking about motivation, is I want to kind of define for the audience what is motivation. So I want to explore that just a little bit to start.
Well, motivation is something that's a jolt. It's like to me, like a pick me up. It's a bump, like you're in like a sugar rush, right? A bump in energy. It helps you start stuff. It helps you push through some things. It helps you complete some stuff, but it's not consistent. It's a very emotional based thing, and it is only a tool to be used to do a jolt. So like I look at motivation and I look at sports. I think about football, right? Say you're in the fourth quarter and the score is tied 21-21 and there are 2 minutes left and you need a stop on a football. You need a stop on defense. And say you're defending the team that has the ball. The coach will sometimes call a timeout, and because they see all the energy low. You're just breathing heavy. You just it's been a dog of a game. It's been a hard game, and you just need that jolt. They'll pull you to the side, say some words, sometimes some choice words, and really get into you and encourage you and push you to like really like, ugh. And then you get riled up. You have a battle cry, and like. You like, oh, let's go. And you get back on the field and you're just like, and like you make the play, but the team makes the play and you have this energy, this boost of energy, right? That's motivation. But motivation not gonna get you through the whole game. So motivation to me is an emotional spike, like a jolt, like I said, a jolt of energy, like an adrenaline rush. And it is to get you past pivotal points in your life, pivotal points in the game, pivotal points in whatever you're looking at, business or whatever. So that's what motivation is to me.
So I want to keep staying on that topic because you said like your coach may pull you aside when he sees, or he could be a she, when they see your energy is low, like to give you that boost. I know that motivation, because I thought, and sometimes people think that, like we know from what you said, motivation is external. But then some people say that I have to motivate myself. So then that means it's internal, right? So going into that, if it's internal, it still doesn't last.
Correct. I would say the same thing. So internal motivation. I need motivation sometimes to get up and work out, right? I'm like, Justin, let's go. Get up, let's go. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go out there and run. I don't want to go out there. Oh, sprint now. I don't do long distance. Let's make sure we. But motivation still is fleeting because I have to motivate myself to get into the system, motivate myself to get into the routine. And once the routine happens, once I get into the system, then it's like, okay, all right, we're here now. Let's go do it. So it's still fleeting because the consistency of it, right? So then you can say, hey, you can put a system in place where but you shouldn't, because I was saying like, because you don't want motivation to be your consistent thing, because when you're trying to do something that's best for you, then you want to have it so that it's routine, is regular, like it's natural. You want it to come. So like if I want to get back in shape and be healthy, right? Not just lose weight, but be healthy. I need to eat right. I need to work out. I need to sleep well. I need to think good thoughts and be healthy thoughts, right? So all 4 of those actions I need to create a system for all four of those actions so that they are my daily routines, right? I need to have a daily, so I need motivation to initiate those routines. I need motivation to get those things started. So, all right, I go look at some YouTube videos. I go to a conference. I go find a coach, and then they help pump me up and get me ready. They help set up my systems. And when I have all this energy, all this adrenaline, all this thing, I go start it, right? But when I start it, I got to get into a mode. I got to get into a system. And then I let the motivation start. So that first week, I'm pumped. That second week, I'm pumped. The reason why people stop with their resolutions is because they lose motivation and never put a system in place in that motivation time. Like in those first 2 weeks, you're very pumped. You're motivated. No. Motivation takes you to 100%, right? So in that 100%, establish the system, because then the motivation fades, right? So like now you don't need, since in that first week, you establish a system. Like this is the system I want to push. So now you just need the motivation to get you to the 80%, because it's going to fade. It's going to get you to the 60%. It's going to get you to 50%. And now he's back to, on the third week, you just need motivation to start, because now you know what you need to do. So you get, I just need to get, people say I need to get motivated, right? So I need to get motivated to get up, right? Once I get up, my body takes over, because it's a routine. It's a system in place already. I just need motivation to get up. Once I get up, my body takes over, and we continue to move on.
So I'm gonna, because this is what I heard you saying. Because I'm gonna go to external, because I think about when people push to get promotions at their jobs, right? Mm-hmm. So I've pushed to get that promotion at my job. I got it. I'm getting more money. And then to your point, by the third week, I'm like, I'm not trying to do this right now. Like, I'm not trying to do that. But if I have already set up my system that has my routines in it. So people do standard work sometimes, and they say, okay, this is what I got to do monthly. This is what I have to do weekly. And this is what I have to do daily. And that is kind of like my foundation for setting up for success. And I build those into some type of schedule. So I know, okay, on Monday, I know I'm working on X. On Tuesday, I know I'm working on X. And because of that, I might have to use the motivation to get me to say, okay, I need to start. I need to get up and do this, right? And I need to drive into work. But once you get into work, because you've already set your schedule, you already set that system in place, you're like, oh, well, I'm just trudging along so I can keep performing.
Yes.
Like that motivation you're saying is the initial. So motivation works in two ways. That motivation works for the initial jolt.
Correct.
And then your motivation works to get you like ignited to get that system started that you've already established.
Right. So what people feel at, and people continue to feel at, is that in the initial jolt where that motivation is helping you complete 100% of the action, they don't get a system. They don't create a system that in that moment. And that's the time you need to create a system, because once you get out that moment where the motivation takes you 100% of the way, you need to have something to fall back on.
Okay. So then I kind of want to, because when we talked about this topic a little bit before, you talked about feelings, and feelings lie. And then we said that motivation is a feeling. So I wanted to also go into that a little bit about our feelings and why you say feelings lie to us. Oh,
because feelings are not principle based. Feelings are in the moment based. It's not backed by hardcore evidence. No matter who you are, you don't fall victim to the lies that men don't have feelings, or you can manipulate feelings, or you can understand that. Understand that everybody has feelings, and all feelings lie. I heard a song was a Lil Wayne, women lie, men lie, feelings lie. Like that's it. Like feelings, you can't trust your feelings 100% of the time. Yeah, I have a gut feeling, I have this and that. Those gut feelings are actually backed by systems. It's because you've been trained in a certain situation, so that now you assessing the area, and now you're like, all right, I can see how this is going. That's what a gut feeling is. That's not true like feelings, like emotions. Like when emotions are high, logic is low. You have to make sure you understand that you can't trust motivation to be all it can be, because you're going to lose that feeling of like, this is amazing, right? That's why I feel I'm like, be careful. Some people might like it, but that's why divorce rates are high, I feel. Now I know, because once again, I'm going to avoid the feelings, is because you get past the infatuation stage and you haven't created a system, you haven't created a commitment, you haven't created a covenant with your spouse. So thus now it's like, oh, you don't look the same. You don't treat me the same. Of course they're not going to treat you the same. Of course they don't, like you have to go in understanding the system, understanding the expectation, understanding the principles. I went in on my marriage knowing that I'm marrying 7 to 20 people, different women. And that's not because she's crazy, because some people say people are crazy. No, women are not crazy. Men are not crazy. You're going to evolve, right? You're going to change. You're going to grow, and you should grow. You're not stagnant. You're a human being. You're a adamant object. So you have to continue to grow and evolve and understand yourself, understand the world, more data points coming in. So as my wife changed, I knew that was coming. I just made sure when I married her and when we were dating, I was looking for the foundational principles she had. Because as long as our foundational principles are in line, we can get through anything. So same thing with motivation. It's feelings, right? You have to look at your life, right? When you're motivated, when your initial motivation, that is the time to establish. I repeated myself not because I'm stuttering. I want you to understand. Time to establish your foundation, your systems. Get a coach. Talk to us. It is the way. You can't get past it. Every successful person has done the same exact thing. This is the way. Establish your foundation, get the systems, have a coach, be successful.
Okay. So then one thing that you mentioned in there was that motivation, we talked about motivation to failing. Similar to infatuation, like it doesn't last. So why do people think that motivation will get them through the chaos?
Can't even lie to you. Like they're trying to sell you something. Like that's just simple. I'm very simple. All right. If people are telling you something really, if you're not seeing results and they're not holding you accountable, but they're willing to charge you out the wazoo, they're usually trying to get you. That is simple as that. Like you have to understand that everything is backed by a system.
I gasp because I think of me watching YouTube videos. So CrossFit, right? CrossFit. I don't know if it's still big. I don't watch it like I used to. Like I used to watch the CrossFit games whenever it would come on. But one person like Annie Thorstadter or Tia Claire Toomey, or Noah Olson. Is it Noah Olson? But like I would watch those people and I'd watch CrossFit YouTube videos, right? And then they would, and that was my motivation because I'd look at them and I'd be like, that's the type of body I want, right? And so they would show you their workout routine. They'd show you these things. And I'd be like, yep, I'm going to go out there and I'm about to start working out too. But then, to your point, I would then start saying, I only did CrossFit once, but I'm going to go do CrossFit. And then I don't realize, don't you dare tell a story. But what I don't realize,
coming.
Don't you dare. But then I realized that, to your point, they have underlying things that they do on a daily or weekly basis that keeps them, like they have eating habits to give them that energy. They have, we're going to the gym at this, and this time. And I may see them on YouTube that gives them that motivation, but I don't understand what is underlying to get them to this 5 or 6 time CrossFit champion type of shape.
But you do.
Do I?
Yes, everyone knows. Everyone knows it. It's just not the pretty thing. It's not the cute thing. Everybody knows what it is. And I just said them.
Right, but I guess I'm trying to explain that this is how we've been lied to.
Yes. Oh yeah. So like
that's all I'm saying is like,
what I'm saying to you is a great lie is hidden around the truth, right? All great lies have truth all up in it. And that's what I was trying to say. I'm not trying to go against you. I'm saying the lie it has the truth all in it. You get to just peel back. Like people make money off of telling you a little bit of truth surrounded by a lie. Like if it's surrounded by you're not good enough, it's a lie. Like, you are more than enough. You have everything you need inside of you. You don't deserve to be, and then this, some people might not like this, but you don't deserve to be unhealthy. You don't deserve to be uh unhealthy, period. Like, you don't deserve to think yourself is less than. You don't deserve to think yourself is ugly. You don't think yourself is ugly. You don't deserve to think yourself is not in the right shape. You're supposed to be your best self. Don't listen to all these things to tell you to eat these things. Like I said, we in America have a emotional deficiency, like emotional intelligence deficiency, is because we allow all these commercials and marketing, all that stuff, to tell us we're not good enough. So then we go eat the wrong things. We go buy makeup. We go try to buy these clothes or whatever clothes, because everything is telling you you're not good enough. And then so they're tricking your brain. Like, you are good enough. Like, you are the best version of yourself internally. Like, you have everything inside of you. Now you need to bring it out. Stop allowing the world to tell you to smush that down. Stop allowing the world to tell you to keep it all bottled up and tell you, like, you're not good over here. You're not good. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's skin tone is different. Everybody facial structure is different. Everybody's intelligence is different. Just because you're not smart in math over here does not mean you're dumb. So, like, anytime you hear you're not good enough, right? Once again, it's surrounded by some truth. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's told the truth. Because I make a bad grade in math, the world want to paint me as an idiot, right? But you actually smart in, like, art and all this other stuff. Like, if you look, and that's why I love history too. If you look at history, we have never really truly been graded in this way. It was understood that everybody has their own intelligence. Like, so carpentry, so like woodwork, art, astrology, everybody has their space. Only now do we try to put everybody in the same box. And that's because they're trying to make the most money off of you. If they're telling you that you're not good enough, they're trying to make money off of you. And like, I'm here to say, stop listening to the lies. You have everything you need inside of you to learn everything you need, and you have to believe it. And that's motivation, right? That's a motivating kind of topic, but that creates the systems, because now you need to get up and move and get the systems.
So I guess I want to go back, because now I'm a little, I guess for me, I'm trying to understand, because before, when the question was, why do we think motivation gets to the finish line? You said it's because we've been lied to, right?
Well, no. Why motivation? We're taught that motivation is the whole thing, is what I'm saying.
So we've been lied to think that motivation will get us to the finish line. Like, we've been told this, but it's not the truth.
Right. Yeah. So, like, motivation will get us through the initial battle, but it won't get us through the whole war, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, like, yes, you can win a race, right? But you won't win, like, the championship. You can win a game, but you won't win the championship off of motivation. That's where systems come into place.
Okay. Alrighty. Because for me, I was trying to connect it to, like, my story in my life and how I go look at stuff. And you said, but you do know the truth. And so when you said that, it kind of was like, okay, so then maybe I missed what he was saying.
Yeah. So make sure you, for clarity, ask the question you're trying to. You make sure you get everything you hear, because if you see it that way, other people see it that way.
Right. That's why I came back.
Okay.
To verify what in the world you were talking about.
Right. So, like,
because it wasn't connecting.
So specifically talking about the workout stuff, right? Like, you specifically know what to do for workout. Get up, research what's best for your body. Research what food to eat. Research what times you need to work out and how to keep your energy, right? And then then get up and do it. So, like, that's like, they tell you what to do when you're watching this stuff. You see what they're doing. You see what they do. You see that they're eating stuff. You see that they're eating certain things. They're putting certain things in their body. They're getting up at certain times. They're doing certain workouts. So, like, they're telling you what to do.
And you're saying that I'm choosing to ignore it.
Right. So they give you the framework around the lie. Because the lie is the paint pretty stuff, the story telling, it's all the frilly stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what brings you in, and entertainment part of it. The truth is the steps they give you inside of it.
Okay.
But it kind of like, if you notice it, it's the clips that they kind of like really go quick with it. They'll see it like mixing or something. You're mixing a smoothie or doing something. They'll do a little real quick drink or something like that. Or they'll see them like waking up.
The B-roll.
Yeah,
the B-roll.
The B-roll. That's that. Those are the truths. The truths are right there, right in front of you.
Okay. All right. I wrote questions for this, so let me make sure I touch them all, because we talked kind of like going back and recapping. So we talked about what motivation is. Motivation doesn't last. I mean, it's a good starter, and it sometimes gives you that jolt to get you back to where you're supposed to go.
Right.
But it's not there forever. Right. It's not gonna. It's a tool to help you get to the end goal, but it's not going to get you to the end goal by itself.
Correct.
Right. So we talked about that. We hinted on that. Not hinted. We did definitely say that. We talked about how we are sold this thought process that motivation will last us through the end, and that's definitely not true. So then we're gonna go. I kind of want to pivot, because not even pivot, but I also want to talk about what comes first. Well,
the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, motivation or your actual action.
Motivation.
So you say motivation comes first?
Yes. I think that motivation is where motivation helps you get started.
So I can't like act, and then motivation will come. Like I know I have to. I guess you're saying when I'm rolling out of bed, I'm like, let's go, Ann. You got to get out of bed.
I thought you were something like it's starting to establish. That was my systems, right? So like motivation happens first to me, right? And then action will then bring motivation. Like to me, the motivating part is the introduction of the information.
Mm-hmm.
So like I see this person, I see people, like, man, you got good abs, you have great abs, you have a great body. Boom, I'm motivated. I want that. I want that. That's the motivation. Now you go take action. You go create the systems, and you go find a coach. You go talk with some friends. You go find a group. Once you do that, now action takes place. Now, so the initial thing is the motivation. I see something I want. I like it. Boom. Let's go do it. Then in the process, when you start creating the systems, the action creates the motivation.
Okay. So now you kind of led me to, because we don't want to just say this, and this. Like we want to give you actionable steps as well,
mm-hmm.
right? And so we're gonna, because I think you've already touched on one of the actions you said a couple of times is building that system. So because you go like this, and this is usually how you signify. It's like a mindset. It's a thought. It's a whatever. So first thing is like that mindset shift, right? For able to get through that chaotic part. So I want to kind of talk about the mindset you have to have, or what shifts you have to make in how you think of things to get us through the chaos.
Right. So I would say if you're going into chaos, you're in chaotic moment, and you want your motivation to in the chaos, you're like, I need to get out of this, right? Don't think about getting out as just a milestone. Think about getting out and staying out. I need to stay out of this and never come back here again. Now, and it's not saying that you won't ever come back to this, but you should never come back to that moment exactly the same way. So what I'm saying to this, my mindset needs to be, how do I change my lifestyle to never be back here in this exact same moment? If I'm here, I'm in a better position. So let's say example, right? I gained 40 pounds, right? So I said I never want to be back here again at 240, right? Well, I lost 20 pounds, but I'm back in a space of plateauing again. So I'm back in a space of plateauing my weight, but I'm not going back to 240. I have energy. I have better energy. I have better sleeping habits. I have better just stamina throughout the whole day. But I'm plateauing again. So I don't want to plateau with my weight. I'm still overweight, So the status is I'm still overweight, right? In my mind, I'm still overweight, 220, right? So I need to be down to 210, 205. But I'm not back at 240, and I'm not back at lethargicness. I'm not back at not just going to work and coming home and not doing any workouts, not doing any movements. I'm not back at, so I changed my lifestyle. So I'm moving, I'm eating different. I'm staying positive. And so like those systems, like have my morning routine, my eating routine, those systems are put in place. My eating routine as well, evening, not eating. So morning, evening, and eating routines are now in place so that I can never get back to that what I call slob stage of like lethargicness, just down in the dumps, negativity, not feeling well, not be able to run around with the kids as much as I want to. I won't be back to that state once again, but I'm still overweight, but I'm never going back to the fully where I was.
You're watching these videos because your life is chaotic, your life is upset, and it's a mess. Just like ours was. We have 3 kids, we have doctor's appointments, we have dance, we have gymnastics, we have our doctor's appointments, we have work, we have our other family engagements, you know. So we just think like we can kind of get it done. We want to build a business, we want to build investments, we want to build generational wealth. It just seems like we didn't have no time to do anything.
Yeah, and I would even say for us, it felt like we were struggling to get our time in order, and we didn't have extra time to do anything that we wanted to do, whether it was spending time with our kids, going to hang out with family. We just had to cram it in a lot of times. And so I think that us being able to get on the same page and work together and have those weekly meetings that we've talked about in some other videos, if you've checked it out, that has helped a lot and tremendously. And so we're trying to help others get on the same, do what we did and get on the like one accord. And so that's why we put this freebie in the bottom down here, our little blueprint.
Yeah, our family system blueprint is there for you to just go ahead and get everything in order. Understand what you're doing, when you're doing it, how long it usually takes, and then position yourself so that you can have freedom. So on a weekday, we can do this video where we have kids, we have events, we have doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, and all on the same day, and we still can carve out time to shoot a video to build into our freedom category. That's what we're looking for.
And so we just want to share that with everyone else. We want y'all to have that same flexibility, that same ability, and that same space in order to build your freedom pillar, but not forget about the faith, fitness, family, and your finances, because at the end of the day, we want everybody to build systems to be able to grow exponentially. So I hear you saying a lot of things when I start to unpack. Like it's not just a mindset shift, because you've also, in there, you set a type of goal. You set a goal that leads to how you change on how you think of things, right?
Right. So what I want to say the mindset piece is, don't think about, I need to lose weight. Think about, I need to change my lifestyle. So like it needs to be a system goal. That's the mindset shift. Don't just think about losing weight. Think about changing lifestyle. Like, I don't want you thinking, like, what do I need to do? What does my day need to look like every day so that I'll never be here again? Don't just think I want to be away from this place. So I was looking into it. It's like habits versus routines versus systems. So a habit is something that you do unconsciously. Like you do habits unconsciously. So when we say goodbye, our habit unconsciously is to say I love you.
I say I love you, and you get your kisses.
Oh,
like
yes.
that is something we built into our head. Like this is what you do before you leave.
Yes.
Right. So that is our habit, but that's not how it started. Like that is something that we had to, at first it was a routine. So a habit is unconscious, but a habit can become a routine. The routine, because we talked about this before, the routine gets built into your system. And that's where you're saying the overarching is not just, don't focus on this habit right here, because habits are unconscious. Habits are what you like, it's autopilot. What you really want is this, you got to consciously start making it a routine to get into a system. So what I think about is working out. So we're training for.
Make sure I'm saying this. We're getting back to a habit, right? Because like what you're saying, like you have a bad habit,
mm-hmm.
you want a good habit.
Mm-hmm.
So you want both to be unconscious. Like you want to stop this unconscious, but you want this to be unconscious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Essentially, because you're changing it you're evolving it. Basically, it's like an evolution.
Okay.
And so so for example, last week we have, like, I'm on this 5K training program that chat made for me, but I'm on this 5K training program, and it's, on Saturdays I do my long run. So
don't lie to them. She understands already how to set up her 5K because she's ran for a 5K. So she told chat, these are the steps I need. So you had more information than that.
Okay. So
don't sell yourself short.
So 2.5.
Chat didn't make it for her. Chat helped her make something that she already knew about.
So 2.5 miles was my run.
All right.
Is what it was supposed to be. And so, and it's on Saturdays. We had this conversation because I was like, I don't feel like running today. Like, I don't feel like running. But we had already set up this system that in the mornings you would cover the kids and I would go run. And that's basically, you were like, it's already it's already built in. So why would you just not run? Even, and then it was, well, I don't feel like running. Well, to modify it. Like, you can modify it if you need to, but you still need to go run, because this is what we have pretty much scheduled. This is a system. This is our process that we have on Saturdays. So don't go changing our process unnecessarily if you don't need to. So it's kind of, that's what I hear you saying when you say what you say about you build it into that system, like the mindset and building into that system, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I want to make sure you heard what she said. You have a habit that you want to break, right? All right. So then you find actions that go against that habit. Then you put that into a system. Some people call it routine right here. You find actions you want to break that. You get a system. You get a coach or accountability partner, because she just said, I was the one who told her, hey, you need to go do it. Like, let's do this. So like, you need an accountability or a coach or a group or something here in that system base to then now help you get back to a new habit, back to the habit, but it's a whole different habit.
Yo, we've talked about this in another video. Your hands close to my face.
So habit, find actions that go against the habit, break the routine, have a mentality like, I'm going to find a system. I'm going to have a new lifestyle. Start working on creating a new lifestyle. Find you a group, find you a partner, find you a coach. Establish systems. Now you're back at a new habit.
Okay. So that's Uno, mindset. And we gave you stuff inside of that mindset. We talked about systems as well, which kind of was the third thing. But I want to next talk about the second one, which is why. Why is the why so important to also get you through that chaos when motivation is not going to be there for you all the time?
Your why is the anchor. I forgot who said it, but people don't lose focus. I'm butchering it. People don't lose focus. People don't lose like I would say, what's the word? And I read it every morning.
You want to Google it?
I forget.
Google me, baby. What's up? Go ahead and tell what you're trying to say.
But I heard it from Inky Johnson, and it was like, life makes you forget your why. So yes, right, it was. People don't burn out. Life makes you forget why you're doing it.
Okay. You sure that's right? Or do I need to keep Googling?
No, I was going to just leave it. I was going to leave just, I was going to cut it. And just say what I just said. So I'm going to repeat it without you saying the Google thing.
Go ahead.
All right. People don't burn out. Life makes you forget your why. So the why is important because it's your anchor. It lets you know like what is going on in life, right? It is the reason why when it's crazy how life works. I've always used the anchor word, but I've heard other people use it lately too. And it just, everything's clicked just now. But that, like when you out there on the rocky, you're in a ship, right? And you out there on rocky waters and all that stuff right there. Your why is your anchor. Like it holds you down. It is there. So you can drop that anchor, weather that storm, and get back to it. So like that anchor helps you. So your system's in place now. So you have motivation, right? Your motivation gets you to the systems. Well, now you have a spot where it's just life is just throwing stuff at you. So you won't really feel yourself really making leaps and bounds. So you drop that anchor. You remind yourself every day, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm plateauing my weight, right? Why am I doing this? Energy with my kids. Why am I doing this? Longevity with life. Why am I doing this? I want to be there for my wife. Why am I doing this? I want to show my family how to do it. Why am I doing this? I need to be better. Why am I doing this? I don't want to have inflammation on my knees and all that stuff when I get older, like I see some people. Why am I doing this? Because older people taught me that, hey, don't do what I did. Make sure you take care of your body. Why am I doing this? Because I want to feel great walking my girls down the aisle. Your why has to be there and remind yourself every time so that when that storm hits, you're anchored. You feel all that coming up. You're anchored into it. You weather the storm. You keep doing your systems. And then once the storm goes, you'll be surprised how much further along you are than just anything. Because that why anchored you in that moment during the storm. And the storm is temporary. But the storm takes out so many people because they're not anchored in their why.
And so your why serves as your intrinsic motivation, like the internal motivation on why you're doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay, and you pull it out your back pocket when you need it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
You don't put it in the back pocket. You need it. You remind yourself every day. Every day. You just dig harder and deeper when the moments are crazy. That's when you drop. So you gotta know your anchor is there so you know to use it. You can't just pull it out because some people don't know they have a spare tire in their car. I know it's crazy, right? Like how do you not know there's a spare tire in your car? It's because you never had the knowledge of it. You need to be, as soon as the storm hit, you see that storm coming down on the horizon. I see that storm coming. I know I need to drop my anchor. Immediately, I know I need to drop my anchor. That needs to be already in the forefront of your brain. So you got to remind yourself every day. Every day I read my anchor. Every day I read my anchor. I have a vision board. On top of it, it shows what I want to do, who I want to be, who I want to help. And I have the quote saying, people don't burn out because of what they do or lack of doing something. They burn out because of they forget why they do it. And then I have that's it. Like, so I know why I'm doing this. I know why I'm fighting. I know why I'm doing it. So when the storm hits, I already know my anchor. I know my anchor right away.
And so that why, because you said you had a vision board, but that why I think also like plays a part in everything else in your life.
Yes.
Right? That why is just not, I want to get in shape. Like that why is, I want to do this because, and that'll impact your job. Mm-hmm. That'll impact your stress levels. That'll impact, it has a ripple effect on all these other things. And so when you start building your systems that we talked about earlier, as you build those, you start realizing that there's other things, like as you build your systems, like as I build my schedule, as I build whatever I have to, there's other things that have to change in order for this to happen as well. Right?
Right.
So when you think about it, you're not just changing one thing, you're changing so many other things. And then because you've built that system and that system's in place, you're able to also change your life, so to speak. Like your life changes as a whole.
Yes. I think of this, as soon as you said, I think of the verse, one man's obedience. And that's, to me, that is my main why. As when you said that, when you think about it. If I am my best self today, I do not know who I'm going to bless. And I don't know where they're going to get their blessings from. Like, I know, and this is not conceited, if I'm my best version of myself and you're the best version of yourself, you're going to affect somebody that you don't even know, because you're going to unconsciously be a beacon to someone else, and they're going to get their life right. And they're going to help their grandkids. They're going to help their kids. They're going to help some nephew, some mother, and you don't even know them. Like, you're going to be the beacon because you decide to get your life together. You decide to put the systems in place. Like, you're going to touch so many different people, and that motivates me, and that helps me. That's another why. So, like, the ripple effect is seen and unseen, because you're going to see your ripple effect in your family. A lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it. But you're not going to see the ripple effect you have on the world.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover.
So let's recap.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Go for it.
So I was asking you. So
the mindset shift was one. Mindset, and then that mindset shift talked about getting a coach or an accountability partner. It doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, we just want you to be your best self. So that mindset shift. Also, in that mindset shift, you start thinking about, what was it? You said something else inside that goals, right? Your goals
and systems, yeah.
Yep. And so, as you said, systems was another thing. So building that system, and that's when we went into the rotation. So you have habits, but if it's a bad habit, you want to change it, which means you had to have routines to affect that habit. And then that routine becomes into the system. So building that system is another thing. And then anchoring in your why, knowing why you're doing it. And all of these things combined will change you as a person and change you as a whole, and it'll change the people around you.
Your time is now. Go find one or two things. I know, remember, we're if you've been with us, you know. If you haven't been with us, thank you for joining us. Find 2 things that you like. Find 2 things that touch you, and move and use those 2 things, and then come back. Use those 2 things, apply them, activate them, get them going, put them into your system, get them into your habits, or put them into your system and keep moving. Because you don't have to wait to become a habit and continue to build.
Right.
Put them into your system, and then come back and get 2 more. Because when we talk to all 3 levels: beginner, medium, and expert. So certain things are just not for you yet. So if you're starting here, don't try to go out here and just do everything that we're talking about.
I see you trying to put your elbow back, so I'll give you that one.
Yeah, don't do everything, right? Just take 2 things, start with those, and then move forward. So yes, so start now. Take this, start now.
Like and subscribe. If you like what you hear, like and subscribe.
All right. So it's not about doing more, right? It's not about doing more at all. It's about building better systems so that you can make your life legendary. Go make your life legendary. This is the Exponential Life Podcast. I'm Justin.
And I'm Andrea. And thank you for joining us.
Peace.